Yeah, I was worried about this. I wanted to make sure the right microphone was plugged in. There we go. You guys should be good now. We should be clear. But yeah, let me tweet this mother out and then we'll get started. Because we have a lot to cover today and only have so much time. We are, yeah, you guys are right. We are earthbounding today. We are earthbounding, not playing the game, but we're gonna recreate it. So let me just write my little tweet out to spread the word, and we'll get started. How's everyone? How's everyone doing? How is chat doing? It is a Monday. Damn near 90 degrees where I'm at. Trying to make peace with it. I can imagine how West Coasters in the U.S. must feel. Must be melting in that desert state in California. But we're thriving over here. I'm trying to figure out a clever tweet to talk about Earthbound, I guess. I'm just gonna put the Earth emoji. Maybe people will get the hint. I love how there's representation in the Earth emojis on Twitter. There's like you can see Earth from different views and angles. So Africa and Europe is represented. So all 7 continents are represented, I suppose, or 6. Who cares about Antarctica? I don't. I'll live there one day. Maybe when Elon builds a bunker and not shitposting on X/Twitter. Anyway, welcome to the stream, guys. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. We're gonna dive right into it because I was in the middle of it already. Well, let me read you guys your guys' heartwarming messages to see where everyone's at. It is maxing time, long at last. God of Tacos is always like on point. SchmooeyMcGooey is in the room. Diorce, love that name, bro. Any Maxers ready for some beams? Oh no, here we go. Maxer Pookies, says Hinosha. I don't know how I feel about that. Zayako, nice to see you again. The Travis saga shall continue another day. I still have the save file, I hope, for that ROM. Yeah, no, I mean, I can play Earthbound in my sleep, so we can definitely get started on that at some point. It'll be a good break from all the drawing, because I've been doing a lot recently, to be honest. Okay, we'll let this be the last chill stream, and then we'll do some gaming next time. Maybe this week if we're lucky. I kind of vowed myself to stay in my room, in my house, on my property, so I can lock in to produce more content. I'm pretty much taking a sabbatical for myself to get a lot of online presence out there, and because I've been saying this for the longest, like I should refine the Twitch, I should refine the YouTube, and I don't know. Now that summer's around, I'm essentially laid off right now from what I do. I have the time for it, so gonna really seize the opportunity. SchmooeyMcGooey says they're organizing stuff on your Discord. On my Discord server? Oh, on your Discord server. Do I have a Discord server? I don't think I do. I don't want a Discord server. Man, I barely use Discord as is. I use Discord like once every 6 months. If I had a server, I need a team to take care of that garbage. But thankfully I'm not that popular or cool. Enough of me. What about you? You have something for me, you said? Well, let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. What is this? Oh man, that is super cute. I'm gonna let me try to post this right now. But I guess you guys already see it in the chat. But let me post it for the stream viewers who aren't interested in clicking suspicious links. This is really cute. Awesome. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Let me just navigate through Pornhub so I can actually grab it. You guys know how it is. And just like that, I was demonetized. Guys, check this out. Isn't this so cool? Check this out. SchmooeyMcGooey made some fan art. I believe this is Travis, or it could just be a anonymous redhead of undescript nature. And this looks like this is your fan character, right? Or I guess character. This is your like OC. This is really cool. This is really cool. I'm glad you made this. This makes me really happy. This made my day. Yeah, that's awesome. Zyko says, I enjoy looking at your stream. You have a really nice voice to listen to. If you're a masochist, maybe. Well, if you enjoy my lispy asp and my art, there's more to come. We're just going to be working on some Earthbound sprites, and since there's no, I guess, organization here, so to speak, I just kind of work on it when I can. But it's been a few years in the making. I just want to get it over with, so we're going to be doing some animation today. Been trying to get the Chosen 4 sprites done for a while now. And if you're a long-time maxer, I suppose you know I've been working on this for a while. And it has a bigger purpose later this year that I'll disclose sooner or later. But right now we're just gonna, just run through what's left. And as you can see, Paula needs some work herself. Pretty happy how this came out. I used all of their amiibos as reference to really make sure they're on model. And I don't know, it's just this hypothetical 3DS remake I have in my head as far as just putting these animations together. Oh, that was some Oddity stuff. That's not what I'm working on, but I am working on running animation. That's what I'm doing today. Yeah, sorry for the Travis Jumpscare. Not that it was like spoiler content or anything. It's literally just demo shit. That being said, I got to get back into the mode to animate for this, because this is definitely on a higher scale than Oddity. That's like 6 frames of running animation or walking animation in that game. But clearly we're doing much more here. I think about 10 frames? Yeah, 10 frames because I'm insane. But since it's a pet project, I think I can afford that heartache. So I'm gonna open this sprite again because I'm old school and I use graphic scale. We're gonna get started on attempting to animate a Paula run cycle, and I think I already had one for the front view. Might not be on the sheet right now, but maybe I haven't got started on it. Maybe I just did the keyframes. But I definitely had a gentler walk and run for Paula to counteract Ness's, I guess, rowdier run. And you can find these GIFs on DeviantArt or Twitter, just for reference. Mother 2 Encore. I guess you can say that, right? Yeah, ever since I was a wee little maxer, I wanted to remake Mother 1 or Mother 2, or maybe both, with the power of my awful sprites. But Mother Encore took care of the Mother 1, and they did it better than I ever could. I'll keep praising it. I feel like every other stream, someone should make a drinking game, or make a history of strikes every time I mention Mother Encore, because it's really good. You should play it. But as far as the Mother 2 aspect, I'm just gonna run with these sprites and do what I can to graphically update them, and I don't know, maybe one day they'll be put to use. Maybe this year, maybe the next, maybe in 2014, who knows. That being said, I'm gonna just dive straight into it and kind of just remain in silent and just stick my element of just spriting. I'm just making sure all these run cycles add up. It's been a hot minute since I did this, and I forgot that bounding boxes are super important here. Obviously, if you pay attention to any Mother 2 artwork or designs, Ness is shorter than Paula, so I have to make sure this is in proportion to her lankier body. So I'm just kind of studying real quick. And I do this a lot, and I go insane. It's horrible for me. I'm sure there's other more talented people to handle it, but when it comes to juggling multiple projects with different styles, it's almost like my brain just goes empty and it scrambles, and it has to rebuild itself to get into the mood and dialect of the project I'm working on. In that style, in that world, nuances I haven't thought about in a while. I have to bring back where I left off. So trying to make a vow for myself to just complete projects I start, so I don't have to go back to them every few months or years. I guess working in indie games so long gave me that bad habit. Yeah, but anyway, we'll just get on it. I got to find the Travis Jumpscare after the stream. Oh no. Yeah. Spoiler, guys. He has pajamas. Brace yourself. But yeah, I have some other ideas of, I guess, how to add more athleticism to these sprites. And even after the overworld stuff is done, I had battle sprites ready to send over and animate. I'm trying to find good frames for reference, because well, here's one of them for sure. And that was going to be the difference, I guess, in these sprites, where you'll actually see the characters perform their attacks and techniques as if it were an actual traditional RPG layout like Dragon Quest. But these are the battle poses I came up with Ness and Jeff. Paula's is somewhere, I'm not sure. Who also had one? If I can find it. I don't know where it could be. But yeah, that's pretty much the size of it. And that being said, we're just gonna get started and we're gonna just animate. Hope you're digging the Nintendo playlist I randomly found on YouTube. It took a lot of hard work to put together, so yeah, give it some credit. But we're gonna do a pretty standard run for the most part. The secondary animation is gonna be the difficult segment, because let me just show off Ness's again for assurance. There's a lot going on with the hat bobbing and the his rucksack swinging around, which is always a pain in the ass to do. And Ness has a lot of equipment to work with, so Paula's equivalent would be her hair and her ribbon, and I guess a little bit of her skirt. So we'll do what we can. We will do what we can. Here we go. We're gonna animate, starting now. As you can see, I've been postponing this for a hot minute. But usually how I work this out in my head is that I just do keyframes, and the fewer keyframes, the more keyframes I have, the easier it is to bridge together the sequence in question. This is frame 3, and the fortunate part about these group sprites is that trying to see if Jeff has any I can reference to. The good part about these group sprites is that you can kind of reference each and every frame, especially in like an RPG where everyone has like a similar overworld style you can copy from. It makes it easier to just like get into the groove of doing a run cycle for one character, because if you did a million already for other members of the party, you have a quick reference to replicate. And so you're more or less just like applying a skin to that character or party member that's on a skeleton that's already laid out, because you did it so many times already. So we're just gonna try to cheat the system doing that. I mean, when you're in the arts or in the industry, man, always try to find a way to cheat. Make your job easier. Trust me. I mean, if AI is gonna take over your job anyway, you might as well just, do it dirty and fight back by any means necessary. Oh, is this another? Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Ness's equivalent would be 8. Just want to make sure I got my walk cycles right, or the frame order right. Just checking out the chat while I'm making these terrible edits. What's going on with you guys? What about the one Earthbound Squared remake? I don't know about an Earthbound Squared remake, but good for them. Travis Jumpscare. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hope you didn't soil yourselves. The pajama was in fact foreshadowed with the pants tweet. For Travis does in fact not always wear his pants. Yeah, true. Once upon a time, Travis wore shorts. Those were painful times. For more reasons than one, I can tell you. I, for one, like the shorts though. They were pretty good, I would say. But his basic 2010, 2011 design was pretty solid, I would say. And then, when did it all change? I think 2012. He got pants in like 2012ish, maybe. Probably around then. And that's when things took a turn for the worse. I mean, things got better. Yeah, things got better, and here we are, years later. That was a fun game. Remember that. What was your favorite part? Post your favorite moment in the comment section, chat. I remember it was rough in the beginning though, trying to like put pants on him. Like I think what was the most offensive was the hair. He was like this crispy, inbred looking ginger. It just did not work well with the design overall. But I don't know. We figured out a better silhouette for his hair that I think really saves the lack of shorts. And sooner or later a track jacket was put on him, or a Letterman jacket, I suppose. Zach has a tracksuit kind of thing going on, and the rest was history, and it shall remain in history. I love when Travis said it's Oddity in time. And then Oddity all over the place. That's funny. Yeah, maybe that'll be his last, like, Fox technique. Oddity Vox or something, I don't know. We'll make something really cringe and self-referential just for you. Just to reference this goofy comment. But yeah, wouldn't that be something? Yeah, you guys need to send me a copy. If you can pirate it for me and I don't know, send me a tweet with a link to download. I'll play it for you guys. I'll play it before Earthbound. I swear to God. Or do I have to make my own Oddity demo Earthbound ROM hack? I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, nah, it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week. I don't know who's suffering in this heat, but I'm loving it. There must be something wrong with my genetics. I swear to God, because like I love the heat. I can't get over it. I mean, I grew up poor, so with that being said, we didn't know what AC was. So I'm just so used to remote heat that it doesn't bother me anymore. Just like I embrace it, and like any hint of AC, I just curl up and freeze, and I need an adult. So like I don't mind at all necessarily. I despise the heat. I'm dying in here. I get it. I'm the only weird one. God of tacos, if I could, I would extract all of your heat and put it in my room. My laptop wouldn't be happy, but I'd be like a pig in mud, or I guess a pig in the sun, because pigs roll in mud to cool down. So I would never do that. I'm weird. Is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Just being quirky. I'm just that quirky RPG developer. You know me. Alright, so I think this is enough of a keyframe to go by. And then I just keep spoofing it until it looks better in the preview window. And then I end up piecing it from there in terms of polish. So we're just going to keep doing that. That being said, I gotta make sure she's bouncing. I did 2 pixels down before, got it. See, and for Oddity, they bounce, you know, with a difference of 1 pixel. But since we have bigger sprites to work with here, we can explore more. Yeah, I wanted to be as Alpha Dream as possible when it came to oh man, I love this song. Is this from Pokemon? It's from Pokemon, right? It sounds eerily familiar. I mess with it. It's good. Kind of curious what your plans are after Oddity. Oh, I think it's better to talk about my plans while it's doing whatever it's doing. And you're looking at it right here. This will surely find its place online before Oddity. I can say that. And you'll be seeing me work on this periodically during the summer because it's yeah, it's nearing that time to show it off properly. And again, if you've been lurking online, you've probably seen these sprites already, but we're really nailing it this summer, hopefully. So yeah, we'll see. Stay tuned. And it's not like it's a secret or anything, so it's just I'm just like letting it, you know, the awareness spread out again now that I'm actually interested in completing it, because it has a purpose now. I also grew up poor, didn't learn a lot of game design stuff and art techniques, so I resort to commissions and requests to pass the time. Hey, whatever you do to get those ideas out there, go for it. We need more art in the world. I have a great talent I have a great talent in writing. Yeah, I need to get better at writing for sure. I'm just busy directing and arting, and those are questionable skills to have in the real world. So I don't practice it often. I'm just a humble hobbyist. Turn that fucking phone on mute, boy. Oh, really? You hear that? Oh no, you know why? It's right next to my right next to my microphone. That's my fault. Didn't want to harm your ears like that. Okay, it's silent. You'll never hear it again. It is done. This is a movie. I'm also using it to keep watch of the chat because it's just easier. Even though there's probably a delay. Alright, now we're gonna do a little animation technique here, which is what I use prominently, called ease in, ease out. We're gonna ease in and ease out of these limbs so it can hit the keyframe effectively. Any fellow animators in the chat, you probably know what I'm talking about, but you'll see it in execution here. Oh, it was a Pokemon song. Nice, nice, nice. The only Pokemon game I haven't played. Oh, well, I guess there's a few of them now, huh? Isn't that a bitch? I never got a chance to properly play the second generation, like Gold and Silver and Crystal, because I don't know. You guys are probably too young to know about this, but Gold, Silver, and Crystal, they had like an infamous issue with the battery, where like the save file would erase itself because the battery would die so soon, in the early prints, and I guess I had the worst luck ever because I had a copy of Gold, Silver, and Crystal when I was a kid, and all of them just had bad batteries, and I never got to pass the second or third town, and I thought I fucked up. I thought it was like that was like part of the that's part of the challenge. You have to like beat the game in an allotted time, but no, it was just Game Freak being Game Freak, I guess. Well, I'm sure it wasn't a coding issue, but like it is funny how like there's always an issue with Pokemon as far as like hardware, software, coding goes, and I guess I was an early victim of it. So I have no idea what happens in second gen Pokemon. I just kind of skipped that and went straight to third gen, and I think the last game I played was Gen 4. Like my Pokemon Diamond had like 600 hours in it easily. And then I got a little too old for Pokemon, I guess, and then I manned up and started playing Earthbound. Like a real Chad. How's everyone feeling about the Nintendo Direct tomorrow? Oh my god, there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow? What? Why? Oh my god. Talk about feeling old. Like, when's the last time we had a Direct? Oh my god. I feel like since Iwata passed away, they've just been trying to find that like footing, and I know I mean, it depends on the queue of content, of course, but it feels like they're more hesitant to present directs because they haven't found that real host yet to really like bring bring the communication to life like Iwata did, or hell, even Reggie. We don't have either of them. Like there were two heavy hitter personalities of Nintendo, and you know, Miyamoto's probably too old to do that kind of stuff anymore. So I don't even know who the proper replacement is, if there is one. It might be disrespectful to say if there should be a replacement. I don't know. It did feel like though in the Wii U Iwata era, even when there was no games, and trust me, in the Wii U era, if you were alive back then playing games, you know there was no content. We had consistent directs. Didn't it feel that way? Like we would have like 20-minute directs on nothing. So I am curious of what they have in store, because hell, I want to see something. Yeah, wow, that's news to me. I don't follow Nintendo enough, I guess. What are you guys looking forward to as far as games go, I suppose? Because I'm a little left out on the loop. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. Silk Song. Got it. I'm assuming that's an RPG. Sounds like one. Will it be better than Oddity, though? Probably. Yeah, Pokemon Crystal has a vibe I can't find in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so I kind of prefer it. I know exactly what you mean, and it's only specifically in the second gen games. I don't know if it's in the palette or the aesthetic or the music, but yeah, there is an aura about those games in particular, which frustrates me more because I didn't experience that as a kid. That's a part of my childhood missing almost, you know. I would still say Heart. I haven't played Heart Gold Soul Silver because I didn't have a reference to really appreciate it, but that's still a very clean looking Pokemon game, and I hear a lot of people say that's the best of its kind because there's a lot of content that that none of the future games even rival, which is very odd, but I guess that's where Pokemon peaked in 2010. Guys, Mother 3 translation. Oh my god, no. Let's not talk about that. Why do you do people really want Mother 3 translated? Like what's the appeal? Like it would be bad. Have you guys seen any of the Fire Emblem games in the last 10 years? Like it's like their attempts at localization is questionable. Um Even though it's been better, it's not the 90s anymore, but I guess if you really want to support Nintendo, sure. I wouldn't mind Mother 3 in an alternative translation that'll, to be frank, be less accurate. Um, but like, I'm not starving for it either. I'd rather have other games translated that we haven't gotten a chance to really appreciate as far as the masses go. Because normies definitely know Mother 3 now in some form or fashion. But I don't know. I would love to see like Fire Emblem 6 officially translated, or maybe some other deep cuts. I know they translated the Morasame Castle a few years ago, which I know isn't a huge ask. It's an NES game. There's only like 2 lines of dialogue, but like, just like I don't know, officially translating older games is a cool concept. Uh, I guess older than Mother 3, I suppose. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of game suggestions in the chat of yeah, Silk Song is a Metroidvania. That is cool. I do love my Metroidvanias. I don't have the reflexes for them anymore, but it's always fun to see what the genre has to offer. Anton Blast cinematic teaser. I have to check that out. Sounds intense. Dragon Quest remix. Cool, cool, cool. Those are remakes I can get behind. Mistranslations have a certain charm. That is true. It would be funny how they would like interpret or censor elements in Mother 3 that like I guess that's why it's also intimidating to them, because it's like it's so it's ironically uniquely Japanese, more so than Mother 1 and 2. Like there's a lot of like anime-ish old man speak in there, so you can kind of tell a 56-year-old copywriter that's worked in the anime industry was behind the script. So it'll be fun to see that interpretation, I suppose. I don't know. I'm just thinking from a business standpoint, like what would they have, like how would they make their money back on it? And you could just say, yeah, I mean, just virtual console, but still, it'll definitely sell like hotcakes. But like me personally, I would want more value in like purchasing a copy of Mother 3. Like, I think they should just go for a remake. Personally, like I think that's the only way to justify buried titles like that. But we've seen Nintendo's track record when it comes to decent remakes. Although I heard Thousand Year Door had a really good remake. I could be wrong though. I don't know who handled that specifically because I know they outsource most of their stuff. But I would love to have a Mother 3 deluxe with I don't know, maybe some additional content, whatever that looks like. And Nintendo's capable of it. They'll definitely hook a toy up if he asks, I'm sure. If maybe we can see the other chapters he had planned, because I know there's supposed to be like 12. Clearly, Mother 64 had more going on as far as storytelling goes and scope. More playable characters, like whatever it takes to like tell the story as he intended. I think we have enough retrospect now and energy to really justify it. That'd be fun. Kind of like a Mother 3 final mix, so to speak. Going to paste this over. Yeah. A Fire Emblem 4 remake. Fire Emblem 4, is that it's not already a remake? That's a remake of Fire Emblem 1, isn't it? Or am I thinking of 3? It's 3 the remake of 1, and then it like continues Marth's journey into him as a king. 4 is Genealogy of the Holy War? Am I wrong? Is it Genealogy or Thracia 776? I forgot. Either way, I think those are two underappreciated games because we don't have a proper translation of them, so that'd be nice. And look what happened with Fire Emblem 2. That got a remake, and people know Alm's story now, so that'll be really nice. Like, I think we're on the same page now. I guess speaking of remakes too, I don't mind mediocre games getting remakes either, because especially if there's a cult following for them. Hence why Mother Encore is so precious to me, I suppose. I do not want Pokey in Mother 3. Yeah, it would miss the entire point of like the pig mask, right? So Porky is extremely corrective, and I think Smash Brothers is indicative that they would go with Porky. At least I hope so. They could beef it. Who knows? All right, I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Sometimes I wish I could just like animate it straight after in raw, like as if I was drawing with a tablet. But unfortunately, in spriting, it's a whole sequence of edits. Unfortunately, after this animation, I think I'm gonna probably sprite some other static elements so things are more interesting. I'm trying to see what else we have here as far as Paula stuff to do. Well, I think I know there's a whole checklist. Oh, I guess I did make bottle sprites for her. I'm a boomer. But this is what I had planned for her idle animation, I suppose. If you can probably put 2 and 2 together. She just has her hands behind her back, and she's just swinging back and forth eagerly, waiting her turn. Oh, Tony Jumpscare, by the way. What do you think of my Tony? Is it good? Anyway, I'm just taking a huge necessary break to catch up on the chat and see what you guys want in that direct. You can see it being a limited time release, says Majority Typewriter, for collectors. Oh my god, imagine that. I can definitely see them pulling that. They've been doing a lot of weird stuff as of late, especially with the Mario 64 controversy. Oh, the Mario Superstars controversy, rather. Yeah, and Nintendo loves their, they love curating artificial demand. See Xenoblade, see Fire Emblem, see Mario Superstar, uh, Mario All Stars, whatever that was. I don't know. It was garbage. don't buy it. Well, you can't anymore. The Mario RPG remake was so damn good. I let those guys remake Mother games. Was that an in-house remake, or did Square Enix do it? I have no idea who did that actually. The only studio I know that does like remakes for Nintendo consistently is Grezzo, and they haven't been good either. If you ask me, Majora's Mask 3D is like, my God, I have no idea. I have no idea how that happened. just they had one job, just like fucking import it, the game as is, brush up the graphics. But like the quality of life changes were for the worst, objectively speaking. Talking unrealistically, but the Earthbound 64 demo would be a killer add-on. Just a demo. I can't believe that's still lost media. Yeah, even after the Giga Leak, like it didn't happen. Like we didn't see anything new. Yeah, crazy. Now I'm looking over these Paula sprites. I think I want to make an edit. I'm not sure. Nah, she looks fine as is. I just gotta fix the posture a bit. Yeah. It's the little things. And obviously we have Bubble Monkey here because he's a party member technically. That might be the only other temporary party member you have. Oh, I guess you have Porky and Piggy. So I have to do them eventually, but as you can tell, we have some work to do. Even Jeff needs some help with his run. And you guys already know how I feel about these angles, so I'm not interested in doing these. They always come dead last. I don't know why. Don't worry about it. Also trying to add as much quirk and personality as possible. It's probably not clear in the animation laid out here in keyframes, but Jeff feel like he pants a bit. You can see his like mouth drooping open. It's because he's supposed to be like out of shape, right? He's like a dorky kid. He's not athletic. So I tried to imply that as much as possible in his run. I was gonna have him sweat, explicitly as he runs, but that could easily be mistaken for sunstroke. That battle defect you have in the desert areas, so I just kind of let it be. Okay, Fire Emblem for his genealogy. Nice. Yeah, that's a good one. I was on a huge Fire Emblem kick. Thankfully, Awakening did that for me, so it actually did its job in like bringing new life in the series, because it happened to me firsthand. Like I was interested in all the previous Fire Emblem games, and I loved it. Like right after I beat Fire Emblem 1, they came out with the official translation for it. That's like much more accurate and better. I was just dogging Nintendo for translations, but they did right there for sure. Yeah, a new Mario RPG would be nice. What happened to Alpha Dream? I can't believe they didn't buy them. Nintendo did not buy Alpha Dream. They just left them hanging in the middle of the ocean, and like they just freaking sank. Dog, it's criminal. Like all that talent gone. And like I remember the staff was like notoriously like tight knit too. It was like 70 people, I think. Like less than 100 people, or maybe a little over, like 100 and some change. Infamously small, but like they made beautiful games. What are the changes in the Majora 3D remake? Oh man, there's a lot to go over, but my issue with it was primarily the physics. It does not feel good to move around, and like it may not affect gameplay right away, but try playing the Deku in Zora form they're completely different, and it's objectively for the worst. God bless Sora for him. It's so bad. Like they just like everything costs magic underwater in the Zora form, which discourages the player to actually like practice the swimming techniques, and you're faced with a lot of challenges later on where like practicing swimming is necessary, but it's primarily discouraged because you're always like trying to preserve it to save up on magic. Um, and that's only the surface. There's so much to get into as far as like the changes they made, like the giant mask boss fight, infamously is a whole different story. I was so lost on how to beat it because there's nothing indicative that like you're making progress in that fight. It was so bad I had to use cheat codes on my modded 3DS to stop the clock because I was gonna run out of time on my playthrough, and I wasn't gonna have that for a stupid ass boss fight that they changed for no reason. Um, Also, a really infamous Zelda problem. I think this is probably the worst case of it in Majora's Mask 3D, but just the hand holding is bad. The casualization is so laughably uh, daft and myopic. Like they put eyes on the bosses for literally no reason. There's no reason for them to have eyes pop out, but like they just come out of their like abdomen or their ears or nothing clever like adjacent to the design. They just like give you eyes to when they're wounded to attack because I guess Zelda fans are accustomed to that, and they're stupid apparently. And I don't know. It gave me no faith in that like they trusted the intelligence of the player in that era of Zelda. I kind of have similar feelings to Link Between Worlds, but I'm gonna stop being negative, I guess. It's not good. I don't like it. Yeah, God of Tacos kind of like resonates with me here. Sorry about that rant. Yeah, Mario and Luigi's done, huh? That's a shame. I mean, they still own it. Obviously, it's Nintendo's, and it's always going to be Nintendo's. But the question is, who would be the successor? Not Alpha Dream. All those great ideas, all those great artists are gone now. And I loved Alpha Dream. Like I used to fantasize, like I fantasized about them doing a Mother 3 or like a Mother sequel. Because like holy shit, they were clever. Like imagine them handling the rhythm system and expanding that. Like that would have been beautiful, huh? Like they were just geniuses when it came to their craft. I did not want to. I can only. I don't know. I couldn't even imagine where they would have been if they were still around. But like that's always the high bar for me when I'm making pixel art or for a game or some other project that involves pixel art. Like just look at Alpha Dream. Like what high bit masterpieces they made, and I go from there. It's probably because it was my first Zelda game, but Oracle of Ages was peak. I did have the Oracle games. Um, they were fun. Yeah, Capcom was always solid when it came to the Zeldas for the Game Boy. Minish Cap is pretty good too. I think they did that. As you can tell, I don't have strong feelings for Zelda, I suppose. But yeah, I was a fan of the Oracle games and Minish Cap. I would say it's the only good tuned Zelda game. Not to mention it's beautiful, so it has that going for it as well. Okay, that's the right leg. Making sure I got this right. Pardon the pun. Oh, Paula, why do you have such a relatively complicated design? Tired of animating you already. You and your freaking pink dress. Why can't you wear pants like Travis? Like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so indecent out here? Cthulhu is in the chat, and they said Aonuma felt the game was handled poorly. Yeah, it seems like a lot of. I think I saw some interviews implying that too. Like, Majora was definitely like a happy accident for sure. Like if you read the development process on paper back in like 1999 or 2000, whenever they began it, like it is a recipe for disaster. But like that rushed process is what made it such a beautiful game and so functional. So I'm sure he's resentful. Just how it could have went better if they were given more time. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of yeah. That's the best way I can describe the remake overall. It's like a lot of second guessing and resent. In the retrospect, that should just be preserved for another generation, but instead they tried to overcorrect, and it definitely feels like that. Like things technically should work, but it's so overdone it becomes more of a casual nuisance than anything. That's why the Deku form hopping is terrible, and that's why the Zora form is unplayable. It's a lot of overcorrection, over casualization. It just ends up like working against itself. New Super Mario Brothers kind of has that problem too, but that's another story. Have you seen Shovel Knight Dig? Top-notch pixel art. I've never played a Shovel Knight game. I know it has gorgeous pixel art though. I was in cahoots with the developer at some point. That was fun. That's a whole story. Maybe I'll get into once Oddity is over, but yeah, they do make solid Metroidvanias from what I've seen. I'm a fan. A lot of values definitely have trouble seeing the value that others see in their work. Yeah, for sure. It's just in us. We're a different cloth as far as validation goes. Most of us come from like, I would say, not so glamorous homes. So like, we're not used to that kind of validation, and we don't really champion ourselves when someone does give us that praise. We're like, no, there must be something wrong, or something along those matters. But it is what it is. I'm definitely trying to get better at it the older I get, but it still bleeds through sometimes. Is this the same? Okay, good, it is. Oh, I should probably change that. There's no reason for these sprites to be different. That's so ugly. God, I'm better than that. I'm a better artist now. I can do that. Look at me. I'm just... That was completely subconscious. That was not rehearsed. I was like, yeah, I had to catch myself there. Like, I just pointed out how ugly that shit was, and then I gotta fix it. Yeah, this is where it gets kind of frustrating. Slowly trying to have a conversation with you guys in that chat, because you guys got my inner fanboy going. If you like Mega Man, there's no way you can go wrong with Shovel Knight. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I do need to get back on my Mega Man kick. Especially since I have a project similar to Mega Man that people are looking forward to now. By sheer accident. Yeah, sounds like gaming's back on the table. I have been playing more recently, so that could be a possibility. Oh, Mega Man Zero was sick back in the day. Mega Man was so... Oh man, that was such a powerful franchise for me, growing up as well. I was so disappointed when Legends 2 didn't see the light of day. Like there was this brief era in like 2010, 2011 before everyone really hated Inafune, where they felt bad for him because like Mega Man was treated like such dirt for a hot minute because he left Capcom. Remember that? So like he wasn't in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They canceled all of his games. Like all these weird jabs, all these weird petty condescending jabs toward Mega Man, and how he I don't know, he was left out to rot essentially. It's weird. Oh my god, Mighty Number 9 came out of the woodwork, and then Inafune showed his true colors, I guess. That was always in the industry, but we were too naive to really know. I donated $5. I filed for a refund. I didn't get it back. Yeah, those were strange times, and the game was ass, from what I remember, right? It wasn't that good. And then he wanted to make a sequel on top of that, which needed another Kickstarter, right? And there was like money laundering or something involved with like a suspicious Chinese investor. It was a mess. Glad that's over with, because that was unfortunate. But I guess Mega Man's back on its feet in some form or fashion. What am I doing? How do I sprite? How do I animate? Take me how to animate, please. Who has an animation tutorial here? I definitely didn't pick a good one to go off of, but it is what it is. I'll probably get the rough of it done, and then we'll move on to something else. Travis Jumpscare again. Yeah, he's definitely jump scaring people in the background. Mighty Gunvolt Burst is it's a remake? What? There's a Mighty Number 9 remake and it's good? I gotta check that out. Yeah, I was really looking forward to like Mighty Number 9 capturing that like Mega Man, that classic Mega Man energy we've been missing out on for so long. But I'm not even sure if there's an audience for that anymore. So, who fucking knows? Okay, now how do I fix these legs? Wait, isn't that from the Shovel Knight people? The Shovel Knight developers? Because I know they published one other game. And there's a reason for that, but again, I'll have to get into it later once Oddity comes out, I think. But I know it was like it had like furries in it, and it was a Mega Man clone, I think. I could be wrong though. You guys know better than me. Yeah, either way I have to check it out, clearly. That's cool stuff. So yeah, it sounds like a lot of good things are happening tomorrow. I gotta check it out now that I'm staying at home this week. Let me know how it goes. Maybe we'll talk about it. If it's in the morning, maybe I'll stream it. I don't know. No, actually, don't. You guys are just watch it on your own, and maybe we'll gather later on and we'll talk about it. Yeah, I wouldn't know how I feel about like making retrospective updates to any of my games. There's room for it. It's just Gotta be careful not to overcorrect. Like, if there's an Oddity Plus, like, I wouldn't know what I would even add. I can think of a thing or two, but ultimately I would just want to move on. Yeah, somebody asked me earlier in the chat, like, what are my plans after the game? Like, I don't even want to think about it. Those are good times. The indie game is so different now, as in the indie scene. So I wouldn't put it past the Shovel Knights and the Five Nights at Freddy's just blowing up more. What? God of War and Battletoads are in Shovel Knight? That's insane. I have no idea there was a correlation. I guess they're console exclusives. Because I think Sony owns God of War. I'm not sure. Crazy how they went with God of War. I would expect like Little Big Planet or something, but whatever. Either way, I'm sure it's a thrill to work with Nintendo, so I'm sure they're cooking up something equivalent to that. Maybe Link will be in it or something or other. Who knows? You just gotta stay tuned and find out, huh? Wasn't there an indie game brawler that came out, or maybe it's coming out? What's it called? Like Brawlhalla? Is that it? It's like it's filled with indie game characters. It's like a Smash Brothers clone. I only know about this because Travis was a candidate for one of the sequels, like I guess, or something or other. I forgot what it's called. But we didn't have any content, so it didn't happen. Yeah, if someone can recall the name, I think the story would come back to me clearer. It was called Brawlhalla, I think. I'm not sure. Do you mean the indie... Wait, do you mean the, like, indie Brawlout? I don't think it was called Brawlout. I think it was called Brawlhalla. Yeah. Yeah. I played, like, 5 seconds of it, and it was, like, 5 years ago or so. I don't remember much, but from what I've seen, it was a good Smash Brothers clone. And I know you can, like, mod your own characters in there or something like that. I forgot. Could be wrong though, but it primarily was centered around like indie characters duking it out like Smash. Yeah, I don't know who it was exactly, but I know they contacted one of us at some point on like Twitter or something and asked if they can add Travis, but there was no material to go off of in good faith, I think, or this must have been like right after the rebrand trailer or something or other, because a lot of emails came in at the same time. But yeah, that didn't happen obviously because he's not in it. But that would have been fun to work with. We don't get contacted like that often anymore because we're not in the main discussion on Twitter, thankfully. Are we just going to ignore McMaxxis randomly retweeting Bonbon stuff in the middle of the week? Yes, we are. Hey, when we're talking about real indie dev, man, my idol, the fucking, I don't know his name. I don't know this person's name, but whoever made Bonbon, yeah, that is a real indie dev we should all strive for and appreciate. Oh wait, if Bonbon's gonna be on the Switch, yeah, I encourage you all to give it a shot, give it a whirl, see what it has to offer. I have no idea what to do for these legs. Help me. I really joke, but I am looking forward to playing it at some point again. We have to we have to set a date. Maybe after Earthbound, whenever we get to that. I'll probably make like a gaming day and a just an art day. Switch it up on you guys, you know. Especially since I'm like doing art pretty much every day now. The Euphoric Brothers. That's their name. What the fuck? That's great. I love it. I gotta I gotta send them a message and reach out and reconnect. See what it's like over there in the world of Bonbon. Get them on the Oddity development team now. Look, man, the game would be too perfect. The game would be too perfect. I don't wanna do that to my fans. I don't want something so perfect I can't live up to ever again. But that's good to know. No to ever make games again. Yeah, deadass. I don't want to be in that crowd. You know, fuck you, Paula. Your running is good enough. We're gonna worry about your other keyframes here because I want to actually doodle because I'm a child and I can't animate apparently. I'm trying to see what else we have here to worry about. Trying to see. Alright, the shared weapons. So clearly for battle sprites, we have something going on with her frying pan. And she just bangs whatever over the head. And this is a shocking visual of Paula striking herself because I guess she hates herself. But you get the sequence here. So we're gonna try for another weapon. What are we thinking? Yo-yo? I'll let you guys decide real quick. Yo-yo or slingshot? Which one am I spriting first? Yo-yo or slingshot? Or we can keep talking about Bonbon. Okay, someone said yo-yo, so I guess we're doing yo-yo. Okay, that's gonna be easy. I had an animation of Ness doing one too, but I've changed that overall. Oh, rocket jump scare. So we're gonna have. Well, let me dig out Ness's sheet, and maybe we can go from there. Let's see. Ness, where is your sheet so I can grab your fucking yo-yo? Alright, somewhere around here. Ignore the naked child over there. That's... ignore the naked child, I said. Don't worry about it. And as you can see, I'm remaking a lot of this stuff, so... it's harder to keep track of than before. Looks like I need to find... Actually, no, it should be somewhere around here. I did a lot of research because I'm obsessed with this game, and we're not even scratching the surface of it yet. But we're going to see a lot more to come this summer. Why is this over here in the corner? Oh, I guess these are unused sprites if there are any, because I was gonna have them. I was gonna have them unconscious Mother 3 style, but it didn't make sense because I found a cooler way to incorporate ghosts, which is. I guess it's still Mother 3 style in a way because the ghosts are solid color white in that game. And then I just took it a step further and had the wings flap too. Let me try to find that animation just to flex real quick. I'll find the yo-yo in a hot minute, but I guess we're doing a little showcase in the meantime. Oh, here's the ghost sprite. Ignore that Mario and Luigi sprite, that's just for reference. But yeah, we have something similar to this. So, you know, they're just going to be actively bouncing around. And when you run, it'll be, you'll go faster. The wings will flap more. So, yeah. Anyway, let me find that damn yo-yo. Da 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 da. Damn. It's been so long, I don't know where it went. Oh, yeah. Battle, of course. I'm stupid. 2018, holy shit. We've been through a lot. This is not the final sprite, by the way. I'm just gonna put that out there now. But I do, yeah, I updated it actually. This is still extremely sloppy though, and I'm gonna clean it up soon. It's gonna happen, guys. Trust me. But I'm just trying to get the sprite itself so I can reference it. But basically, the idea I had there that he was gonna like wind it up as if it was a baseball and then shoot it out. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to just straight up rip off Smash when it came to stuff like that. So that's what I was trying to honor. You know, simply incorporating more character. 2018 was like 16 years ago, bro. Get over it. You're getting old. Please no bully. Twitch.tv/Gavin to the. Alright, I think I know what I want to do now. Alright, Paula, it's your turn. And the sprites are slightly different from the overworld and battle sprites. I gotta make sure the proportions are on point. Alright, watch me chill. Watch me chill in sprite. It was hard to portray Paula as like an aggressive fighter because there's not a lot to go off of in her appearance, but I'm just gonna wing it like I always do, I suppose. And I just kind of freeball this kind of stuff. My brother in Christ, Gavin to the what? Finish your damn phrase. Maybe I will. But as we clearly went over several times in this stream, I'm not good at finishing things, so I'm gonna just leave that as is. You know, we're just gonna dance around that question. Next question. Yeah, but Nintendo Direct tomorrow, that's pretty exciting, actually. That puts me in a good mood. Now that I don't have to roll over and get up for work, I'm just, I don't know, I can go back to my high school days and just become a derelict and not feel guilty over it because I had no future. Or I thought I didn't. Now I do. So I really have to work on that. I really have to just hone in and take things seriously. I'm gonna just have her body twist again like I do in this wind-up pose for the pan, because that's looking good, I think. And again, when it comes to spriting, for me at least, it's a lot of editing pre-existing sprites to make sure everything connect and are adjacent to each other. Oops. She has Nessa's skin tone, but she's peachier than that. Let me fix that. Future's like futuristic and stuff. You know what? Majority typewriter, you're speaking facts right there. I don't know. I'm just kind of living at this point. That's all I can do. Like, I just been trying to gain the momentum to work and grind, so to speak. But fate always has it out for me. It can never be normal in my life, and I don't know why. But hopefully, things will get better. I wish the same for you too, chat. I'm sure you're doing great things out here. Would you prefer to be ordinary? Kinda, yeah. Look, man, here's my problem. I have tragedies, but they're never normal. It's always something else going on, alternative. And I when I explain it to people, they don't get it. So it's not even like relatable issues. I don't know. I'm just cursed to have like an unorthodox method of bad luck. Like just today, I washed my car, and I guess in front of my house, it was the tree in the front yard was chopped down a few years ago, and I guess the birds really loved that tree. That was their home, and I guess bird generations have passed, and now they vow to shit on any car that's parked in front of the house where that tree was located, and I think this summer they've really had it out for me. There was like a premeditated group, like bird shitting session, I think, on my front window, and it being 90 degrees outside, it was still wet, boiling, and bubbling in the heat. It was like an egg frying on my goddamn car. It was disgusting, and I'm like, who goes through this stuff? Like who can I explain that to? I can explain it to you guys because you're probably also weird if you're on Twitch, but like I'm just like, it was like a bird drive-by, yeah. I mean, technically they still frequent the light posts in front of my house, but still it's like goddamn, like no, it was disgusting. Like I wanted to laugh. If it was someone else, I would be laughing my ass off, but it was my car. It was my car, and I felt away. I had to watch a glob of bird shit. And it had to be several like deuces too, because like it was so piled on, like it was all in one concentrated area. So unless like it was one bird that had the runs and knew what they were doing, or it was a group of birds knowing what they were doing, and just like they just all splattered in one concentrated area, and it was just boiling in my car in the fucking summer heat. And I was like, all right, God, you smited me today. I think I'm gonna back off now. Alright, so let me finish this Paula pose. And then maybe we'll squeeze in some last minute requests. We'll see. But I really want to end it off on a high note and have like a strong pose for you guys to have fun with. That's partially why this project took so long too. Like, it was really hard to articulate the Chosen 4 in action because they're so cute looking. And if you ask me, Smash Brothers doesn't do like the greatest job at portraying Ness as like a fighter, especially with in the context of Ultimate, where like everyone has all these unique move sets and like they're refined to be more characterized. I do wish the older characters had a similar treatment because like Ness has no reason to throw a punch. I wish that Mega Man mentality, that Mega Man philosophy Sakurai had with like him not needing to throw a punch was incorporated in most other characters. So I've been trying to figure out like what are some Ness ways of doing things? What are some Paula ways of attacking and defending yourself, and so on and so forth. But since now I'm really making this project a priority, I guess you'll see more of that and dig more into my mind as opposed to just waiting every few years to poke at it. Maybe with the Earthbound playthrough that'll give me better ideas. So, more reason to stream that. And we'll see what Travi is up to. Maybe he'll be able to nut up and beat the fucking ant. Who knows? We'll have to see. Yeah, Ness is a player stand-in. Yeah, for the most part, yeah. It seems in the Mother series where when you're not playing as that character, they become characterized. And I know you don't get much of a chance to see Ness outside of that realm, but like he has a few lines of dialogue where like, okay, you kind of see where his head is at. And he also has that speech he gives to himself in Magic Hand before he has that like major power up right before you go to the cave to the past. So there's like bits and pieces. Obviously not as much as Lucas, but they tried, or Itoy tried, I suppose. That being said, I don't think Itoy really had the intent to make Ness or Nintendo actual characters. Yeah, you're right. He really gave a shit. He only really gave a shit in Mother 3. Oddity demo was coming back. Yeah. True. Oh right, the Hall Sanctuary location too, where he's giving his inner thoughts. I mean, that's him thinking, but yeah, I guess it still counts. But yeah, pretty much all I have to go by for Ness, I guess, as far as these sprites goes, are like, okay, he likes baseball. Alright, what else? You know what I mean? Okay, I think I'm digging this pose. Gotta fix her hair up a bit. Oh man, this is Animal Crossing New Leaf, right? Or maybe it's Wild World, I'm not sure. I think it's New Leaf because it sounds so recent in my mind. So it's not as nostalgic as Wild World. Oh man, talk about overcorrecting. Animal Crossing New Horizons. That was a game, I guess. I'll say one thing. I'll leave it on a high note for New Horizons. Like, that was the ultimate pandemic game. Like, seeing that game in its first week, be celebrated. I guess in the week where everything shut down in America, at least. That was fun to see, because there was just lots of online discussion and discovery to go along with it, and everyone was kind of in the same boat because the game was already so radically different. It kind of, I think it puzzled the new players as well as the veterans. So that was the first time in like maybe decades where like I had to go online on like game FAQs and like figure out like, little details to make sure I'm doing the right thing, or just asking, okay, how do you unlock this? How do you obtain that? Like, and to see people on the forums actually have like discussions of what works and what doesn't, like really took me back to the early 2000s when I was trying to figure out how to unlock Luigi or Mewtwo in Melee or something like that. But outside of the context of the pandemic, it's a very questionably empty game. But I guess that's not a unique opinion. Whatever this is sounds Kirby as fuck. It's probably a Kirby game. Anyway, checking out chat. God of Taco said, Maxxis, what do you think of Undertale and Delta Run? I've never watched them. But I guess I'll have to get around to watching more stuff soon. I'm making SchmooeyMcGooey says, I'm making Travis wear armor like Chris from Delta Run. I need to give it a shot then. If I wanted my ideal Smash character to represent an RPG, it would be the entire party, like the Pokemon trainer. That's cool. That is cool. Pokemon trainer was an awesome idea out the gate. I'm glad they brought him back for Ultimate. I remember when he was first revealed, like that first night at the in his dojo reveal. The initial reaction, you should have been there. It was great because like people were like, "How the fuck is he gonna fight? Like, is he going to be the like?" Because like everyone thought, at least I did. Like I thought that it was gonna be like the trainer himself, like on the battlefield, and like he's using Pokemon for every like B attack and melee attack. And I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna get crazy up in here. But no, no, I mean the idea they had in mind worked out. Obviously, it was just like Sheik times 3, as far as switching out the starters. But wouldn't it be something if like fucking Red was actually out there getting beat up and just throwing Pokemon at you? Man, that would have been fun. That would have been really fun. I'm going to make a Mario and Luigi like sometime in the future once I build my craft. Hey, go for it. I'm sure you're in tune to be a great game developer. Just make sure your game comes out. That's it. Don't wait until 2014. Yeah, Smash Dojo. That was a fucking moment, wasn't it? Smash Dojo and the Miiverse updates. Oh my god, I remember staying up late, being oversleeping for high school, waiting for the Smash 4 updates on Miiverse. Good times, good times. I never had so much fun waiting for a game since then. It was like every day, right? Pick of the day? Like every weekday? Oh man, then like you would have to go off Japan time too, so you'd be eagerly waiting when Sakurai's gonna post the next update, and when you saw something awesome, man, you heard about it all over the internet. The little things like Waluigi becoming an assist trophy, or I don't know, like the reveal of a new item. Just the little things. Kind of wish we had that for Ultimate, but like I think right when Ultimate was revealed, like things just started. Like I mean, it was due the same year, right? 2018. So it was like a 6-month wait time. The anticipation wasn't really there. I kind of wish we waited another year. And how the game came out, personally, I feel like it could have been in the oven a bit longer. We lost a lot of modes, and I think, I don't know, I think there's more to Smash than just adding new characters. I wish they focused more on the, you know, what to do with these characters rather than just adding more and more, personally. You didn't even speak English back then. Oh my god, wow. Did you, I'm curious, are you one of the many amazing people who learned English through video games? Because I have plenty of friends who had a similar story. I mean, shit, I'd argue I learned how to read because of Pokemon. Because I sure as shit didn't understand. I didn't know how to even get past, like, Pallet Town's bushes until, like, you know, I started taking reading seriously in preschool, kindergarten. Oh, well, there you go. There you go, yeah. Okay, so you're a bit younger than me. Yeah, I learned to read probably due to the original Pokemon back in And granted, I guess it was a few years after I was in kindergarten, probably in like '99 or '98. So no way, I was in preschool. I probably went to kindergarten in like 2000. So probably 2000. Yeah, because I was poor, so like it's a bit blurry in my mind because like being broke, I bought a lot of used older games. So like I played the N64 and Dreamcast sort of past their prime, but like I didn't know because I was a fucking. I mean, I just wanted to play video games. Jack and Daxter, wow, that's a game. That's one game to learn English to. But I remember buying Jack and Daxter back in the day, yeah. My parents got me multiple copies of it because I kept forgetting which games they brought me for between my birthday and my I guess in Christmas. So that was fun. Speaking of, I had like 3 N64s and 3 Dreamcasts, respectfully, because again, my parents never kept track of what they bought me, so like they just bought a video game, and you know they were done with it. Those were fun times. And then I would have to explain to them, hey, this is the same game from a few weeks ago, Mom, because my birthday is in January, so it was always those awkward times where you kind of had to, you know, justify getting presents when you just, you know, unwrapped Christmas gifts. Ah, Mother 3 French translation. We got a Frenchie in the chat. Yeah, I'm from what I've gathered, they all have their own like unique teams to translate into several different languages. It's crazy how much love Mother 3 gets from that alone. And then serious English came when I was bullied by my friends to play them in English. Oh, okay. That went. I thought I was going another direction. Now they said you were just bullied by your friends into learning English. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Bless your heart. Okay, what does Ness's slingshot pose look like? Let me check this out again. Yeah, I can do much better than this, but we'll worry about that later. Why does he look like such a little shit doing this? I don't know why I did that. Could be better, though. We'll see what he can do. Actually, I'd probably keep the pose, just change the animation a bit. It's pretty strong, I would say. Just gonna try to make an equivalent for Paula here. I'm gonna use another head for this, I guess. Oh man, this is nostalgic. This is from Animal Crossing 1 for sure. Oh man, Animal Crossing 1, the first one on the well, technically not the first one because it's a Nintendo 64 game, but the one we had as an American. When I first got that was a mood. That was mysterious. What a mysterious game. Yeah, no, it's insane. I've been bugging to learn a new language, so it's fun to hear these kind of stories and how people just come around to a secondary language. Good for you, though. That's a hell of an accomplishment. Which reminds me, I gotta get myself a passport. I really do want to travel. I want to go to France. I guess Canada will do. Also have French territory. I also really want to try poutine. I really want to try poutine. I'm gonna go to Toronto at some point and just order me a plate and get fat off of that. But no, France would be cool. It's just a haven of creativity. I don't know the exact industry where it resides, where the arts are prominent. I'm gonna guess Paris. So I mean, I would just go over there, maybe learn French that way. I don't fucking know. Considering the arts in LA is the industry overall is just a burning dumpster fire. I would love to head out to Europe and see what it's like over there, because it seems like it's definitely more appreciated, especially the alternative scene. You know, animation and film by fans, for fans, for the auteurs, so to speak. So I really want to thrive there, where that's recognized, if anything. I don't need monetary gain, but just for people to know that, like, okay, yeah, your work matters. Artists matter. I'm moving to Europe soon. Gorgeous place. Good for you. It's a haven for a lot of angry people. Oh, so I guess you would know. Sorry to hear that. No offense. Has anyone you also said, has anyone else checked out Shin Megami Tensei 5? I played a little bit of 4 on a 3DS. I need to check that series out. I'm sure there's more to it. Persona 2. Persona as well. Not Persona 2, but Persona as well. But I guess that also includes Persona 2, so I guess Persona 2 too. Persona 2. Very aesthetic looking games. Oddity apparently takes a lot from that because the director is a huge fan of it. So I love to check one of them out at some point. One of these days. Well, I'm from Philadelphia, so you know, I'm just born to be angry at all times. Could be worse. I could have been, raised in Chicago or New York, but yeah, I'm also from an angry capital city, so don't worry. We can be angry together. That being said, you're a very kind person, the both of you. Yeah, but I guess it's a fair warning for whenever I get around to it, I suppose. Definitely want to travel next year. That's going to be it. That's going to be my time, for sure. I'm going to have her smile, I think. And then have her arms, just have her arm out like this. Man, spriting is killing me. I've done so many sprites today. I've done so much earthbounding today. Oh yeah, no, I definitely heard the cost of living is no joke over there. So, I mean, well, I guess traveling in general is expensive, so I'd be biting my wallet either way. But I'll make something happen, I'm sure. I just gotta find an excuse to travel. I used to be a huge convention goer in my early 20s. Maybe I'll get around to that at some point. My biggest regret going to conventions in my early 20s was that I never bothered to get an artist desk. That would have been really fun. Like that was my industry. That was my. Those were my people more so than the cosplayers. So I was always trying to struggle to fit in with them, but I think I just wanted to sit behind a counter and have my work be recognized. So better late than never. I'm doing it now, and I'm just glad you guys are here to share it with me. I went to Florida and Texas. I haven't been outside to other countries. Yeah, yeah. We're kind of spoiled as Americans because like we kind of have other countries within our country, right? Because our states are so big, and it took me a TikTok of all things to like put this in retrospect. Where like in Europe, their countries are so relatively small. Like it's like you can just drive over to another country like at any time, more or less. As far as like from a from a perspective of size. And then we have freaking Texas, which is literally another country, compared to the rest of the world, and how their continents are set up. So it's crazy. Like you can experience a whole different culture probably within your state, and be enlightened without the need to travel intensely. Oh, you guys do have the train system on point for sure. Asia too, I suppose. I would kill to have bullet trains. Imagine going, to California from the East Coast in like 40 minutes. I would love it. 40 minutes to cover 2,000 miles. That's insane. Why can't we invest in that? Why are we spending money on more? I hate America. I'm going to move, and then I'm not going to actually move because I don't mean it. Sorry for the jab. Okay, Paul, looks like you have your slingshot. I don't think there's other weapons in Earthbound that you share. Just a slingshot and a yo-yo. So, that's about the size of it there. Well, let me fix your hand a bit. Cool. She should be alright. Paula's gonna be alright. Just gonna fix up the skirt a bit. So it's a bit skimpier. Not in the way you guys think. I just mean for silhouette. Don't get me wrong. There we go. And give her a little collar back. Where would I like to move? Oh, where would you like to move? You're having a conversation with God of Tacos. My brother's in Italy right now, and he's loving it over there. So Italy would be nice. But so many places to visit, I really can't decide where I'd settle. I do know I'd want to be remote though. I want to go full hermit artist mode. Like once I get a wife and some kids, I am going off the face of the earth, man. Like once I made my mark on this planet, I am just leaving and running off into a cave. Straight up. Oh wow, that's nice. Sweden, huh? So I'm curious for the Europeans. How do you travel? Is it only by train, or do you drive with family over there, like to another country? Like if you want to visit Italy or somewhere adjacent to France. Like how does that work? Like what's the preferred method? Would you go by flight? Like how does that happen? Like if you want to do a family vacation in another country, is that like viable? Like just to spend a weekend elsewhere? Is it that simple, or am I really underselling it? Alright, that settles it for that sprite. Cool. Made some good progress, I'd say, for Paula. Oh, right. No, there is one more attack sprite to worry about, and I kind of have it here already. You can probably guess what this is or where it's going. As you know, you fight unarmed in Earthbound, or you can potentially fight unarmed, so I'd have to propose an unarmed attack animation. But let me know what you guys think of this so we can get some quick feedback. So I think for Ness, that's when he would throw a punch. I'm still trying to workshop that because I wouldn't want him to directly throw a punch, if he were in the unfortunate scenario that he had no weapon. But that's what I have for Ness. For Paula, she'd swing her little handbag that she has on her clay model artwork. So that's pretty straightforward. For Jeff, he'd throw a little weak, low kick, because he's he's facing away. He's really nervous about it, very timid. And for Pooh, you'd have a full-on just spin kick, very confident, martial arts. I don't know. Been still trying to work that out in my mind. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's about it for now. We're about to wrap up here. Let me check out the chat and see what you guys are up to. Either by car or plane, depends how far away. Figures. Europeans use Donkey Kong Country barrels to travel. Oh, if only. Isn't that how that one person tried to escape to Canada and from America? I think they hopped in a barrel and they found themselves in a stream down Niagara Falls, I think, and they survived, I believe. It's a hell of a story. It's surprisingly easy to survive a fall. All you have to do is protect your organs. Doesn't matter what injury comes with that. Just protect your vital organs. At least that's what I heard. Yeah, that is cool though. That's such a foreign concept for me. You can just drive to another country casually like that. I'm sure you need passports and such, but it's like driving to another state over here, essentially. You just got to go through some toll process, I'm sure. Maybe throwing a pebble to fit the baseball. That's a good point. I'll definitely workshop that. But yeah, a lot of work to do for these sprites, but I think I'm going at a swift pace. It's definitely in a better place than it was when I last abandoned it. So you'll be seeing more of this soon, and hopefully I can find the courage to tweet sometime this week to show people what the hell I'm doing. Because I'm sure, if you look at my Twitter feed right now, it's Twitch, Bonbon tweet, Twitch, and everyone's like, where the hell is the artwork? But rest assured, it is coming. I just gotta fucking post what I'm working on. But yeah, good chat, good hangout. I love you guys as always. You guys are always committed to just come out and see what I'm up to. And we covered a lot today, just about real life, traveling, Nintendo, everyone's upbringing here, language. It's great. I love it. You don't even need a passport. Wow. Insane. Yeah, I'm definitely going to Europe. One of these days, McMaxxis will go international. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Major typewriter. I think you're new to the crew. Thank you for visiting us, and hopefully you're part of the Maxer family. Would love to see you again. You're very, very kind to my people, and I appreciate that. Uh, yeah, let me know how that Nintendo Direct goes. Maybe we'll talk about it. If it's really hyped, maybe we'll do like an impromptu stream and just like fanboy, respectfully. We'll see. um, but seriously, you guys have always been, supportive, and I just hope it continues up, and I just hope I can, you know, return the favor with these corny jokes and updates. So I'll definitely catch you guys later. You guys take care. Peace.